Hi, YouTube. This is your host, Nord Prefect, and welcome to episode 5, the fun part of the Color Animal Inn. Tonight's going to show us what some new players and some returning players are going to do about the little situation in this town. And for background, I think we're going to do something different. I'm going to ask one of the players to tell what's going on in the world. So, who would like to do that?
I pick Zender.
Oh, thanks. Alright, I can do it, though.
You don't have to.
Well, in this town, I'm sorry, I'm not 100% sure what the town's name is.
I'm not either. What would the town's name like to be? Anybody have an idea?
Oh, because that's middle of nowhere.
The town of Nord.
That actually sounds like a fantasy town name.
It does,
go with
which
that.
is why I suggested it.
So in this town of Nord,
No. I think I like Owie better.
oh, you don't want your name to be... You don't want to be named after a town? Alright.
No.
So, it's Owie.
Yep, for the
Awesome.
middle of nowhere.
So this little town, Owie, on the recesses of a civilization, was pretty poor, and it turns out a cave opened up. The bartender here, Barth, saw an opportunity to bring adventurers more money into this town, and he opened up the Colored Animal Inn and spread the word of this magical mystery cave, and adventurers did come, such as ourselves, to explore and possibly find riches. And this town has prospered. More merchants have come to sell their wares to traveling adventurers. And Barth looks like he's pretty happy with himself over behind his bar with his booze and his 1,000-year-old tobacco. And we do have a plucky little guide that usually comes in and sells us gear you've probably picked off dead adventurers.
That is an excellent description of what's going on here. In mechanical terms, it's a simple dungeon crawl with a hell of a lot of randomness, because I love randomness. In game terms, you're very much right. There's just this little tavern in a little town in the middle of nowhere. Big old earthquake happened, these caves opened up, adventurers have started coming, and that's you. And then if you look outside the tavern, you can see there's some merchants out there that have heard the news and have been setting up. It's kind of a little festival atmosphere going on. As far as you players yourselves, the question of whether you're from this town or from elsewhere, whether you know each other or are just meeting, anything like that, that's all roleplay, and I'll leave that all entirely in your own hands. And as of this point, since I believe we've got everything working as well as it's going to, we've run into a little bug, so you're going to be seeing some manual rolls tonight, but for the most part it'll still work well. Since we got everything going, let's go ahead and hit it. Let me flip the big red on switch, and the game will officially start. There you go. I need a much better big red on switch than that. Someday. So, game on, folks. Free form at the moment. Y'all tell me what you want to do, talk to each other, and we'll work things out as we go.
So probably Amarin, Ian, and Xander have walked in together, considering we just came back from the Cave of Mysteries. I'm going to sit down with a beer, though, because kicking ass and taking names is a thirsty job. I ask Ian and Amarin if they want any.
Yeah, Amarin will take a drink, and she sort of empties her coin pouch onto the table and starts counting, and looks very displeased with the results.
I don't
It's
know why you're
certainly
complaining, Amarin. It's better than the moths that were flying out last night.
that's absolutely true.
I will probably be newly coming in. Let's see. Tamsin comes in and gives a look around. She is clearly a newcomer to the area.
That skeleton minotaur really did a number on you, Xander.
Could have been worse. I could have lost his pretty face, and he could have added it to the pile of skulls that were mysteriously quite hard to knock down.
Tamsin, by the way, since you are not just a new character but a new player, there are some token actions, some macros set up, like look, that can be used to give you some information again for some tokens. I don't have it set up for nearly everything, but Barth, for example, is a valid target, as are your other players. So look and examine can be useful.
I can't actually click on Barth.
You click yourself, then you click
Okay.
look, and then you click him as a target.
Okay, there is no look token.
Or it would be a macro under your settings.
Okay, I'll go peer at that.
There's also the ever famous Insultinator 3000, and you're also going to want CH and CM, which are the critical hit and critical miss tables.
Okay.
I might just keep critical hit on mine.
To
I mean, critical
encourage
miss,
it to
yeah.
never to roll a critical miss. Yeah.
Yeah. I show Xander pulls out his new flail, and he shows the engraving to the other two.
If you can see this, you're probably a skeleton, says the engraving.
Amarin groans.
Hey, this cost a lot. This is gold filigree, man. And it is engraved in gold.
Like fake gold. Slathered
Well,
in there.
look, I'm not made of money here, but it looks nice, alright?
Yeah, Amarin goes, I had a similar idea, and pulls out a heavy flail of her own and thunks it onto the table heavily. Says, mine doesn't have the pretty lettering, though.
And it's not nearly as good. As he looks away. Xander pokes Ian with his with the butt end of his scythe, and yeah, the Insultinator comes out.
Oh, hello there, miss. I don't believe I've seen you in town before, says Barth.
No, I'm new. I'm actually lately of Grey Hills, the Sage Town.
Ah, yes, I know it well, he bluffs.
I have heard of the caves, and I'm interested in finding people who are more knowledgeable that I might offer my services in exchange for participation in an exploration party.
Barth looks a little confused. He kind of counts on his fingers as he tries to figure out, some of these multisyllabic words. He's like, "You want to adventure in the caves? Well, there's a guy comes by sometimes. Calls himself a tour guide. He brings people out to the caves. Doesn't guarantee he'll bring them back, but he's been doing okay so far. He's usually out here a couple times a night. He knows quite a bit. The other adventurers have been selling him maps and stuff and telling him what they've found. But if you're looking, there seems to be a party at least once a night comes through here, and they just sort of gather at one of these tables. I'm sure if you were to look around, you could probably find somebody to go with. If that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Me, I pretty much just serve beer, and Looks like I got a little carnival setting up out front, so I'm not sure what to do about that yet.
Well, thank you very much. And do you have any small beer?
I sure do. He reaches under the counter and pulls up a halfling-sized glass of beer, sets it on the counter. That'll be a half a gold piece.
Tamsin rifles in her coin pouch and extracts out 5 silver.
He smiles and takes your money and wishes you a good night.
Now with that, Tamsin gives another look around and starts ambling towards the table with the other 3 adventurers.
You can tell what we are because we are a walking armory.
Yes, indeed. Everybody else is dressed in just regular clothes. Y'all are sitting here with weapons bristling.
Do you want a brief description of Tamsin?
Please.
Okay. Dark brown hair, mostly tucked under her helm. She is traveling in her adventuring clothes, not her town clothes, because, well, bandits and whatnot. The most noticeable thing about her is the tan tabard she wears over everything else. It's depicting heraldry of a wand and sword crossed over a book. Don't know how prevalent it might be. I don't know if any of you have knowledge arcana.
Not in this group.
Not me.
Okay.
If I chose
that's-
my wizard, I would.
She's wearing a black cloak that covers up most everything else, but you can tell she's wearing studded leather armor. And her rapier is clean, very visible. And she comes carefully towards your table and waits for there to be a break in conversation.
What race are you? Because I heard
Human.
halfling. You're human.
Human.
Okay.
The
Alright.
halfling was a joke.
Oh, I just wanted to make
Small.
sure because she could technically be a halfling. I don't know.
No, I asked for small beer and got a small beer.
I'm so funny.
Yes.
So y'all got this strange woman standing there holding a very small beer with kind of a perplexed look on her face, I would expect.
Amused and perplexed.
Yeah, Amarin looks up from where she's now turned to counting arrows, raises a brow. Yeah? Can we help you?
I'm a sage and not a bad fighter, and you all look like would be the type of people interested in the caves, and I'm looking to join a group. I am Tamsin of the Grey Hills.
Oh, well met, Tamsin. My name's Amarin. That's Xander over there. That's Hyan. Why don't you have a seat? I imagine the guide will be around shortly.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna order some food from Barth while we wait for this guide.
Ah, excellent. I have a menu that I'm going to pull up.
You have everything. I don't know why I'm not surprised.
Let's see. Right now they're serving lunch and supper. It's too late to get breakfast. This is not McDonald's. For lunch they have a menu of a leg of mutton with some quail eggs, some carrots, and an apple. And the supper plate is a lamb chop with corn, broccoli, millet, and rhubarb pie.
Oh, I'm definitely going with the lamb chop.
Cool. The supper costs 1 gold piece. The lunch is on special. It's 8 silver pieces.
Sorry, I'll take 1 gold piece, and I'm gonna take another gold piece and flip it to the waitress.
She looks most pleased and tucks it down into her dress.
All right.
And the tip, the rest she gives to Barth, of course.
Alright, so is the food awesomely delicious, or is it kind of mediocre?
It is not bad. You've definitely had worse, but it's not great. It's not particularly fresh, is the thing. Um, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Alright, just...
If you would like to make a knowledge local roll, if you have that, I might give you some information there.
For everyone or just him?
Just him. He's the only one eating.
Alright,
Well,
so...
I purchased. I went ahead and
Oh, you
purchased
did?
a. Yes.
You did, okay. And you have... Well, you just came on from the road. You're not sure what the local food might be like, but you figure it's not... it's not bad. It's about what you expected here. For you, I would accept a dungeoneering roll. Alternately, possibly a history.
Oh, history? I'm your girl.
Wow. Xander, you just rolled a natural 20 for your local check.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm using it for the best fucking rolls.
I'm going to throw you a whisper, and then I'm going to ask you to kind of elaborate on that if you'd like. You don't have
All right.
to.
My one crit hit of the night, and I used it on lamb chops. Awesome.
I'm not sure if it actually rolled or not.
Did it bring up anything for you, Tamsin?
No, it didn't.
It didn't bring anything from me either. Try it one more time. Make sure you got your token. Did it give you any errors or anything?
It didn't even give me an error.
Okay. Let me...
It just decided not to roll. It doesn't feel like it right now. Try again later.
We were doing history, right?
Yes.
Came up for me.
Okay.
You want to try it again?
Make sure your token is selected as well.
My token is selected.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Okay. I see what I did wrong.
Little pop-up box.
Yes.
Cool.
I was in the other tab.
I'll let you choose. You want to use my roll or yours?
I'll use your roll.
I rolled a 27 for you, so you got some good information. Let's see. Whisper coming at you. Let me think here. I'm assuming that your character has done some traveling in her life, right?
Yes. I am not freshly graduated. I've had a couple years of travel.
Excellent.
Age 20.
Whisper sense, I'm not sure if I'm getting my point across, but I think I did. Got any questions? Either of you that got whispers, let me know.
So I would probably have an inkling that this isn't worth... this ain't worth the gold that, I paid.
I also ordered a meal,
Ah,
a lunch.
my apologies. I tend to not pay as much attention to the text as I should.
Understood.
It's okay. I had to use text for a while because my roommate was getting ready to leave.
Okay. Well, I apologize for that. And if something like that comes up, just please try to draw my notice. And if I make a mistake, feel free to correct me. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be.
Yeah, apparently everyone's eating. It's lunchtime
Everyone
at the
is.
Colorado Inn.
Cool.
I got
So
the dinner plate, so it's dinner time for
Yeah.
me.
Lunch is the mutton with quail eggs, carrots, and an apple. Supper's a lamb chop with corn, broccoli, millets, and rhubarb pie.
Okay. I got the lunch.
And the food is adequate, but not good, but not bad.
Tamsin gives her plate a considering look after a few bites, turns her head to look at Barth, and she looks a little sad as she returns to eating.
I'm gonna walk over to Barth. So Xander walks over to Barth and kind of leans in. He goes, so, you guys can do it. I'll whisper the GM, because technically you wouldn't be able to hear me.
If anyone does want to try to overhear, you can do a perception roll.
I'll do one.
And
'Cause I'm a
you'll
nosy
get
little-
me whispering to you what I think you would have heard him whispering to me. And Bert smiles and is wiping up a plate or something, and he leans forward and talks to Xander.
Wow. That perception check came in about 10 seconds late.
Weekend lag on Roll20 can be pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah.
And we are just entering prime time. It is 5:30 by my watch.
3:30 Pacific, so it's great time for our PST people right now, too.
Yeah. Xander, I have not gotten your whisper if you've sent it.
Yeah, I'm typing quite a
Okay.
bit.
Just making sure. Thrilling and exciting for our YouTube viewers.
Oh, everybody else can do whatever they want. I mean, Cameron and
Now we're
Hammer.
waiting.
Tamsin's are there. We go.
Tamsin's eating.
Yeah, Amaran's just digging into her meal and not really caring what's in it, as long as it's edible.
It is edible, and it actually tastes pretty good, and it's quite filling. I mean, it's not good, but you know what I'm saying. It's okay. It's McDonald's quality.
Oh no, the red flag of death.
Yeah, I just got that too on both of my
Same here.
accounts.
Yeah, mine as well.
All right, so that whisper can go through, and we won't hear it for a good 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna copy and paste it, and then I'll try reloading.
If you want to throw it through Skype, that'll at least
Okay,
keep
yeah.
things going. The benefit of not having your eggs in one basket. Imagine the confusion if we were all going through Roll20 only, and all of a sudden we couldn't hear each other. Like, is it just
All
me?
right, I didn't get the my red box went away, so I'm gonna try it here and see if it works.
Well, I still got mine.
Mine's, I still
Okay.
have mine.
Weird. All right, then I'll just put it through Skype.
Yeah, I'm jealously clinging to mine.
To what?
To my red box of death.
Oh.
Oh,
I
now
got-
I've
I
got
got
a red
that.
box too.
Everybody gets red boxes.
You get a red
Christmas.
box, and you get a red box.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, everybody
All
look
right.
under your chair.
All right, so since I can't really whisper it to anyone.
Oh, and it just disappeared. Oh, one of them did. I still got one.
Oh. Red box is gone.
Yay.
So don't read the messages, guys. It's cheated. Come on. And we'll
You
put
want to
that
try
in
that
here.
whisper again?
All right. I put it in the Skype message since I got the red box still.
Okay.
I think you meant you could message him personally.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to go through all that. It's just a pain in the butt.
Looks like everybody showed up on my screen.
Gotcha.
It lives!
I mean, what?
Do you care if Barth responds loudly?
He can if he wants. I mean, he's going to... I don't know if he really wants to yell too loudly telling all the patrons here what they're getting.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. He starts to talk, and he's like, "Oh well, I'm so. Oh well, shh, here, come here." He's gonna whisper you in.
And my the red box finally went away, so probably a whisper would work for you now.
And Berth looks just kind of frustrated, and he flails around, and he's like pointing at stuff. But he points at the kegs of beer last, and he says, "But at least we got plenty of beer, sir. No shortage of that."
Would he be interested in that deal I offered? Son's considering.
He's like, if he just nods and he says, "If it's food, yeah, you got a deal."
I kind of put my finger at him and go, "Gotcha." And I walk back to the table.
Excellent. So while he was doing that, what were y'all doing? Were you just eating? Want to talk to each other about something? Anything like that?
It's impolite to talk with your mouth full.
All right. Well, Sandra comes back. There you go.
So I look around, seeing if the guide showed up yet.
The guide, he has not showed up yet. He might be outside. You don't know. There's the usual, or now usual, commotion of people and vendors hawking their wares out there. If anybody would like to go outside and do any shopping, this would be the time for that. I assume everybody's brought their standard gear already.
No, I'm interested in possibly cashing in a brownie point.
Oh, okay.
Because I read your thing on brownie points.
Yes, indeed, and you earned one last week, or previous time, whenever that was, 2 weeks ago.
Nope, this is my first time here. But I earned one for being early on time today.
Oh,
right?
You're right. I was thinking, never mind, I was thinking of Azure.
It's okay.
Yeah. And no, the early on time thing, I'm not using that in this game.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Then I am fully geared.
Cool.
I'm going to go get a couple potions of healing.
Okay. 20
Three.
or 50 gold pieces each.
Yep. So I'm going to spend 150 gold for 3 potions.
All right. And just to explain my attitude on items, anything that you have actually purchased in-game, like those potions just now, it's on your sheet, it's canon, your character has it. I'm trusting everyone to be honest with their money spending and such. If it's not on your sheet, but there's a good chance your character would have something like that, for example, Tamsin, you're a bard, you're a scholar type, I would assume you probably have pencil and paper, even if you might not have written it down somewhere.
Okay.
So, something like that, I would say, alright, you've probably got like a 95% chance of having that. And I make it roll a d100, if you roll, over 5, you've got it. But I wouldn't think you would have, I don't know,
Has to work scythe in your backpack.
yeah, something like that. Would be almost certainly not, so I'd say, okay, you gotta roll over a 95 to have that or something. It just depends on how likely I think it would be for your character to have something, whatever it is.
Okay.
But as I said, you obviously are not carrying a grandfather clock on your back. You're not walking around with a 12-foot step ladder over your shoulder. Otherwise, I don't care about encumbrance.
Okay, actually, are there enough potions out there that I can buy 3 Cure Light Wounds potions?
There sure are.
Okay.
The alchemist is more than happy to sell them to you.
Yay!
1d8 plus 1 hit point healing. That's a good thing to have.
Cure Light Wounds.
Wands and scrolls are also available for spells up to level 3 at standard prices. And then when he comes in, the guide usually has several things to offer of his own. Since I think we're nearing that point, I'm going to be proactive and find out what they are.
Yeah, Amaran's gonna talk to Tamsin a bit to ask her if she's, ever been down to the caves. Tell her that she herself has been down there once. It's full of
This
skeletons and goblins and other disgusting stuff. It should probably be
Skeletons.
eradicated.
Tamsin frowns, looks at her rapier, looks back at Azure and says, Amarin says, skeletons, huh? Lovely.
Xander
Even
takes this
Paul-
to
Go ahead.
Show
Throw
off
his
his
mace on
flail
the-
again.
throw his play on the table, and that's why I bought this bad boy. And I happily show my engraving.
There was even a skeleton minotaur that we saw last week.
That is true. Poked your nose somewhere it might not have belonged and almost got it chopped off, didn't you?
That was Xander.
It would have been a beautiful nose, though.
I'm surprised you didn't lose a nose or an ear.
Technically,
He
it
was
didn't
fine.
one-shot me because I had an opportunity attack, and it only did 1 damage to me, so it 2-shot me.
Tamsin gives the other three a firm look. I am not a healer. So, please don't expect me to be able to save you from death's door, because I am not a healer. Try not to get close to the door to begin with.
That's the goal, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hey, there's our friend.
Yep. As you're looking over, the front door to the tavern opens up. This man decked out in adventurer gear, packs and bags and satchels and pouches all over him. In one hand he's holding a torch, and from the torch is dangling a sign. He kind of waves at everybody with his other hand, and the sign reads, tour guide to the mystery cavern, 2 gold pieces each. And he kind of, yells out into the crowd, but everybody already knows this guy, so they kind of ignore him, and he just sort of stands there and waits for takers.
Yeah. I grab the apple off of my plate and move over and wave for Tamsin to, come along.
All right, Hines starts throwing money at him, and the guy just sort of looks startled. He actually ducks at first, kind of flinches away. The gold pieces hit him and bounce to the floor, and he's like, "Oh shoot!" Thought they were like rocks or something. Bends down and picks them up, and smiles at Hines and says, "Oh, welcome again, my friend. Are we
What
ready
you got
to
this
go?"
week? What you got this week for sale?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask, my friend. Yes, let me see what I have. Today I have, let's see. Oh, I've got figs, my friend. I have delicious dried figs for your purchase. You can take them with you anywhere, and they will last forever, and they are delicious, and they will keep you going and give you energy to adventure.
Figs are delicious. I'll have them. How much for?
I have these small casks of dried figs, and I am afraid I must ask 3 gold pieces for each one.
An entire cask? That's way too much for me. I can't carry that.
Well, they are kind of big casks. They're 8 pounds each.
Oh, Jesus.
Hmm.
No.
Hold on a second with that. Let me go talk to Barth. I'll walk over to Barth and ask him, if I sell you a cask of figs, could I get a couple figs each time that I come here?
He kind of looks at you like, what's this guy talking about? Where are you getting these figs from? What kind of figs are they?
They're dried figs that the guide has brought in from the caves. I'm wondering, I'll sell them to you at... he'll sell them to me for 3 gold. I'll sell them to you for 1 gold, and each time I come by, just give me 1 or 2 figs that I can take with me to the dungeon.
Barth looks at you, looks at the guide, and kind of, you see him counting on his fingers again. 3 and 1 and 2 figs. And he seems to like what he comes up with, and he smiles and he's like, yeah, I can't guarantee they'll last forever. I'm going to have to use them to feed people, but that sounds like a good deal to me.
Of course. So, I'll take 1 gold from Barth. I'll use that and purchase 1 cask of figs from the guide.
Gotcha.
And motion at Barth to roll it over and pick a couple of figs off the top.
All right. So you were down 2 gold, but you've got figs, and Barth has 1 casket of figs. And the guide has 3 gold pieces, which he smiles and pockets. And he shows you that he has 1 more of these casks, if you're interested.
I'm okay. 1 cask is enough for me.
All right, let's see, what's next? Next up, he reaches into he pulls out like one of those roll-up toolkit things, and rolls it out, and it's a little thing, it's got like spaces for about a dozen items, and in it there are 4 small glass rods. He says, for the magic user in your life who loves the power of lightning, these glass rods are indispensable. They're only 1 silver piece each. I only have 4 of them. Anybody would be interested.
Well, what do they do?
Well, I'm no wizard myself, but I hear they're a vital component in electrical, lightning-based magics.
Knowledge Arcana to know what the heck he's talking about.
Ah, excellent. Please.
Scroll down to the correct. Knowledge Arcana. Make sure my character is selected.
Well, you know that one of the components in a lot of like lightning and shock spells that use electricity is to take a piece of fur and a glass rod and rub them together as you're casting the spell, and these components are used for that. You also recognize that these are particularly nice glass rods, and they may actually enhance such magic.
Tasman looks impressed, but shakes her head and says, I don't cast that kind of magic. But those are very nice.
Well, the guide smiles and nods and says, well, not everything's going to be a hit. It's like the figs here. Let's see, what else do I have? I have, let's see, number 44. He pulls out a small leather sack, and you can hear the clank of metal. Sounds like iron in it. And he pulls out, reaches in, he pulls out one of several items, and it's pythons. Little stakes that you can drive into a wall for climbing. They give you an anchor point to tie your rope to.
Yep.
And he says this is a climber's kit that is sure to help anyone in the climbing profession. Unfortunately, the previous owner left one of the pythons at a rather inaccessible point on the mountain, but the other 11 in this pack were found at the bottom with him, and now I have them to offer to you. And I will sell you this entire bag for 1 gold piece.
Tamsin.
That's a sweet story.
Thank you. Guaranteed true on my mother's grave, he says. Nobody interested in the pythons? Alright, let's move on. What's next? Yeah, number 19 is... he pulls out what you can just immediately tell is a wand. And this looks like a snake wrapped around just a branch. The stick itself has been carved to look like a smaller stick with a snake wrapped around it.
Mm-hmm.
And he says this is a slightly used wand. I'm told that it has the power to detect noxious substances. And I couldn't let this go for less than 375 gold pieces. No? Alright, what else do I have? I think one of you have bought one of these already. He pulls out another oil of magic weapon. And explains that this can be poured onto a normal weapon, which will give it the properties of a magical weapon for use against creatures that can't be hit by other things than magical weapons.
That might come in handy. How much?
This is going for 50 gold pieces. One application.
Amarin, you're more likely to be in the front line than I am, so I will bow to you.
I'm actually quite less likely to be in the front line than you. I prefer the bow.
I think our frontliner is Xander.
I already have one. I was the one who bought it last time.
Then I think, Amarin, do you want it?
Yeah, it could be of use, but if you wish it, it's all yours.
Okay, I will go ahead and take it then.
Awesome. Do your math yourself. 50 gold pieces, and stick it in your inventory somewhere so I don't forget.
Yep.
Because I guarantee I will. And let's see, what else was there? There was one more item. Number 2. And if you were here last week, you'll see him pull out the same set of Masterwork chainmail that he was trying to sell last week. And says this excellent bit of armament will protect you quite well and is light enough to help not slow you down. Selling it for 300 gold pieces.
I wish I could, but it would weigh me down too much.
I can't even wear it.
And the guy smiles and nods and stick it back in his pack. Kind of stretches and cracks his back. And goes, yeah, I suppose it'll wear me down for a while more, but someone will buy it eventually. Now, at this point, I believe, who was it? Xander has paid.
Yep, and I'll pay up.
Tamsin has paid. Hyan paid.
And I'll finally give him his 2 gold.
Alright.
And ask him politely to take us to the caves.
The guide smiles and says, right away. And reaches into his pack and pulls out 4 little scrolls. And on here you can see this is a map of what the cave so far looks like. And you'll be able to see that here in a minute. And he explains that this map is something he's been compiling with the previous adventurers. He points out a few notes that they have made, as well as just simple geographic location, and says if you would like to add notes to the map as you go, I would greatly appreciate it. Let me gather the group together here. Copy. I'm going to go over to the map page here. And let's paste you onto it. There we go. And let's bring the players over. Do a shift ping here. There we go. So everybody should see their characters. If not, I've done something wrong.
I see mine.
Okay, go ahead. And...
give me one. Just give me 1 second. I gotta go down and grab some groceries. So.
Oh, okay, no problem. Go ahead and move your characters if you're here. Make sure everything's working properly, or as properly as it is working at the moment.
Should I be able to see Zombie 1?
Yes, you should.
Okay. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Uh-huh.
Those are the rooms we've cleared.
That's correct. What you're seeing, you can, if you end up zooming all the way out, you can see a nice overview of the entire map area. With the exception of one room off on the east, you'll see a big room all by itself with no connections to it. Everything else has more or less been explored as seen. I went back and added some torches and stuff. You'll see a few places kind of just alone in the darkness that are just a hallway with a torch in them. Those are entrances nobody has tried yet. Everything else you should see the remnants of previous adventures.
I am pinging the spot of death.
Oh, the Minotaur?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Shift ping. Everybody gets to see where that is. So you can see, there's some notes and such. Not a lot of detail to this map. I didn't go into too much effort with it, but enough. It works well.
It's a better map than quite a few of my adventures thus far.
It's not really about the map. The map's a nice tool. It's about the talking and the playing and the interaction, I think. But the map does help. So there's the question. This tour guide will lead you to any of these openings that you choose, as well as, we can fast travel to any of these points, any of these rooms that have been explored. So the party needs to come to some sort of a decision here. Where do they want to go?
Do we want to fight the skeleton Minotaur, or do we want to check this undiscovered passageway? I'm pinging it now. Because it says it hasn't been checked yet.
Yep.
Yeah, mind you, it's a giant iron door, and I'm not sure how we'll be able to handle that. Does our lovely Tamsin
Wait, we don't have lockpicking
do
skills.
lockpicking?
Yes, I can open doors.
Oh, okay.
Amazing. That is good to know.
I am a journeyman retriever. Going through places like this is my cup of tea, not necessarily fighting everything is my cup of tea. I can fight well, but I am not a super strong fighter.
I'm just a
That's
few pure.
We'll make up for the lack. Says Amarin happily, and actually engages you in a bit of a conversation as the group walks about what the symbol on the tabard stands for.
Well, my family line serves the god Denir, the god of literacy and books and drawing, and I am a retriever. I go out into the world and I look for forgotten knowledge and I bring it back to the library.
I see.
That's it in a nutshell.
That is why you are here, then. Well, I'm not sure how much knowledge we'll find here, but
Well, you never know.
Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So the question in front of the party right now is, which entrance and where are we going to start the game tonight?
I'm kind of drawn to the entire, northern portion because it seems completely unexplored.
Yes it does.
We could start here, right? Since there's a torch.
Yeah, any torch you can see.
Do you
Sounds
guys want
good
to
to
start
me.
here? Alright, that works.
Yes, I'm curious what links this square to that square.
I don't think anything links it. I'm actually puzzled as to how this torch even connects to the rest of the network.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a little weird. The torches are supposed to be the cave entrance on the side of a hill or something, and
There's a bunch.
strictly.
Oh, so
geographically.
that's like an upper entrance above.
Right. You're going to be like dropping down into this tunnel, coming from where the torch is off into the distance. He's going to be like.
All right,
down.
so that's basically just an entrance. It doesn't need to connect to anything explored anyway.
Right,
So-
right. It is an entrance, and it is definitely not connected to anything other than by the obvious tunnel leading off from it.
Well, let's hop in there and see what's up. How's that sound, gang? Or do you
That
have
works.
a better suggestion?
I will light my lantern as we go in.
So right there is where you wanted to go in.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let me.
I
zoom
make a
myself
bit
in.
of a grunting noise at him lighting the lantern and strike a sunrod.
Okay.
Tamsin
then
pulls an ion torch out of her belt pouch and releases it to float around her head.
All right.
Just
I'm going to drop a couple extra torches into that space there. Oops. Oh, come on.
I'm an archer, dude. I need to see.
I'm actually going to drop them all on top of each other, so yeah, there's a nice pile of them. Y'all can each grab them as you want. You should be able to pick them up, drag them around, drop them wherever, move them just like any other token. Use those for your lighting. Who is going in first? Looks like Hein. So Hein is.
I was gonna suggest that we push Xander in first, but if Hein wants to take the lead,
I have low light vision. I can see.
Well, when
Yeah, that's
you
fine. I'm just having some lag issues, so.
Yeah, me too.
move your token against the wall when you want to go in, and I will drag you in.
I'm just
Can I
having
go
trouble moving my token because of the lag.
Ah.
May I put an additional aura on me to show the range of my torch?
I would rather you didn't.
Okay, fair
Ah.
enough.
If it's important to you, I can change the lighting on your token itself to match.
Okay,
But
no
I kind of
problem.
like using these tokens, the torches, to kind of make you move your light around with you,
Okay.
show you the difference. But you know, I have not firmly decided either way, really.
Okay. I'm attempting. Okay. Token being laggy. Come here, token. I'd like to be second in line.
Alrighty,
I can just.
you are.
There we go.
We got number
yeah,
3.
I'll go in myself. That's it. I will let Xander pass when he, does his thing.
This is a dead end here.
It may not be. There may
Woo!
be something there. Let me bring the last of you in, and then I got to check my notes.
By the way, as far as lighting goes, if you could please set my lighting to the sunrods because it's,
All right.
Far
I'll
bigger
I'll
range.
fix everybody's lighting individually. Give me just a moment here.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see.
Low light vision for the win.
All right. Let's see. Let me just go in order here. Hein, what was your lighting situation?
Low light vision.
All right, just as is. So you're good. Let's see. Tamsin, you have a what light?
I have an ion torch, which is basically a torch that floats around my head.
All right. So about what 60-foot range?
No, 20 foot. It's just like a torch, but it floats around my head.
Oh, okay. Well, my torches are a little stronger here.
Okay.
Let's go with that. And since it's light, everybody's going to be able to see it. So that. There we go.
So I will no longer need to drag a torch with
That
me?
is correct.
Okay.
Amarin, what's your lighting situation?
Hey, sunrod.
And what's that giving me?
I think that's the 60.
Okay. Okay.
It's huge. 60 plus 60, I think.
Wow.
It's a sun rod. It's daylight, basically.
We'll go with this.
Dang.
Your torch seems to be stronger than me.
And Xander, did you have a lighting situation? Xander?
Oh no.
All right, there we go. Sorry, it's really, really, really laggy.
You know what?
Just a
This-
torch.
Okay. You're going to carry the torch. I may have to remove these torches because I think they're causing lag on the dynamic lighting system.
Oh,
They might
I
have-
lied to you. It's 30 foot plus 30 foot. So 60 total, rather than 60 plus 60.
Or if you just want to give the torches that aren't on like that are just like cave entrances, just give them no dynamic lighting. As long as we can, or one square or something like that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and trim out some of the ones on corners and stuff. See if that helps. And
I don't know. I don't know why it's so. I mean, it's been laggy. Obviously, everyone's experienced the lag every game, but it's to the point where it's actually I'm frozen half the time.
I'm sorry. Hopefully this will reduce the lag. I can't guarantee anything though. I'm going to have to leave that.
There we go.
Alright, let's play with this for a little bit, see if it helps. If not, I'll have to come up with something else. So, is that any better at all?
Mildly for me.
Yeah, a little better. I mean, I pushed
Better.
the mute button and I unpushed it, and it actually took only 10 seconds. So.
Wow, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, not a problem. I mean, like I understand. It's fine. I'm gonna work on like my settings too, and maybe I can kind of
Yeah.
lower my settings or something and kind of get it to work for me.
I think it's just a factor of the dynamic lighting and each of these torches being calculated for each of the players. I don't know. I think,
Yeah, for me, it's very slightly laggy, but not the way he's describing it.
Yeah. It's not broken laggy for me.
Would you call it broken laggy for you?
Not super broken laggy, but like if I need to do a quick move, it's gonna take a minute.
Okay. Well, I'll try to help you out as much as I can.
That's fine.
We're
I
just
can
gonna
actually
have to
see
go.
myself now, so I'm pretty happy.
Alright, we're just going to have to go with what we got, folks.
Jeez.
Changes are coming. There are going to be major changes in the Color Animal Inn in the next couple weeks, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, so you do find yourself in this corridor, and as you notice, this little dead end here did seem a little odd to you. Your spidey senses tingling, making you want to make a perception roll. Anyone who wishes to do so may do so.
I will absolutely do so. I will peer at the wall intently. You might notice my perception is somewhat higher than it used to be, and that is because you revealed to me that we can take 2 traits.
Yes,
And I
everyone
just
should have taken some
realized
traits.
that I did not do all my bonuses to perception.
Double checking. Alright, I've sent whispers out. If you did not get a whisper, you did not notice anything unusual.
Okay.
Yep, I go up to the wall. I peer at it a little more closely.
Mhm.
Sort of start tracing a finger around what seems to be a very slight etching in the wall, maybe?
It does.
And Amarin turns around to the rest and goes, "Does this look like a door to you?"
It looks like an earthquake has weakened the roof here, so we might want to be careful. I think a pebble just shook loose.
Tamsin peers at it. It could be a door.
I ask everyone to stand back. And I bring out my flail.
Oh, Jesus. I stand.
Actually, I stand around the
back.
corner. I go over here.
And I swing my flail at this edging, see if it's a door or if it's cracked roof.
You're going to have to get a lot closer to hit it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm moving as fast as I can.
Sorry. There you go. And I'd like you to just make a standard attack roll against yourself, please.
Alright, flail. Oh, yeah, I gotta do it because it's a flail. It's my new weapon, so I have to roll a d20.
You may also be able to use the melee button. I'm not sure.
Doesn't 19.
Doesn't matter. 19 is a good hit, and you smack the shit out of this wall. Hyan probably kind of ducks back, expecting something bad to happen. But for the most part, nothing happens. I mean, a little few stone chips fall out of the wall. There is an odd hollow noise to it, but nothing else really happens. Hyan, for what it's worth, you rolled a natural 1 on your perception.
I expected that.
Yes.
Alright, can I feel that my hit weakened it any? Like, at all?
Not really. What's your intelligence? Or do you have a dungeoneering skill or engineering?
I do have a dungeoneering skill.
I have dungeoneering too.
So let me bring it up. 10 minutes
roll
later.
Dungeoneering as well.
I just imagine Tamsin just ducking out of the corner like, are you all dead yet?
Peer at it.
Can I roll a Dungeoneering as well?
Not at the moment. This is kind of a result of his whacking it, and you're kind of still freaked out.
Alright, click on my token and dungeoneering.
Nice. Whisper coming at you?
Alright.
Whisper has been sent. This whole thing has taken just a matter of seconds, so normally I would ask what are other people doing, but...
Alright. I relay to the group that we're not going to be able to open it from this side. I feel that this is it's a one-way door and we're on the wrong side. We'll have to go around a different entrance.
Okay. Tamsin steps up to the door and writes on it "one way" with white chalk. One way, exit this way.
Cool. You know how to write on the map, right?
Yes.
Feel free to do so.
Okay. Let's see, let's stick with black. Over here. And I'm done.
Excellent. I was taking that opportunity to do some GM stuff, which I am almost done with. Very nearly. So, we're still in open mode here. What are we doing?
Well, we should probably go north.
Sounds good. I'm gonna try dropping a player torch and kind of moving it with me, kind of thing. Hopefully.
Cool. Just drag the one out of the corner there. There's a pile of them. Yep.
All right. Don't worry, guys. I'll catch up to you.
Xander is having problems with his armor.
Encumbrance issues.
Something.
I shouldn't have brought this grandfather clock. Oh.
Ooh, a door.
Stupid guide in his 20-foot ladder. Ugh.
You know, I think I have to play as a player to appreciate what I'm inflicting on my own players when in my own game where I'm using dynamic lighting.
Yeah, it's a really different view as a player than a GM.
Okay. Is that a door?
Yeah, it's a door.
Okay.
We should probably try and unlock it, but not open the door all the way. I have a small mirror that I can use to try and look inside the room.
Okay. I would like to check for traps on the door.
All
Do you
right.
mind?
Let me see. This is. Got it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll catch up. I'm still working.
Weapon sent. Or weapon message sent.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Xander, I'm gonna just go ahead and pull you up forward.
Oops, he disappeared.
Okay, I'm going to check the door. Is it locked?
You're actually gonna try to open it?
No, I'm going to check and see if it's locked.
Ah.
Basically, I'm going to see if the knob or mechanism turns.
Uh-huh.
But if it does, I stop the second it is obvious that it is unlocked.
Gotcha. So you actually are turning the knob.
Yes, I'm going to turn
You're
the
not
knob.
gonna open the door. You're just checking. Okay, gotcha. It is locked.
Okay. Let me double check that I have disabled devices properly set up, because it's the first time using it.
And for what it's worth, the act of turning the knob would have set off a trap if there were one. That's why I ask.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Poor little Timmy. Got caught in a trap before. Little Timmy was our rogue from before. He hasn't shown up in 3 weeks now.
That's kind of the point of this game. Just have a rotating crew. See
Mhm.
how different people act in the same situation.
Okay.
Is it not working for you there?
No, it's fine. I just need to double check that I had everything properly set up.
Okay.
If I can just go back to the correct tab.
I have not personally tried this. You may have, GK. I believe that you can pull the buttons out of the sheet and put them into your macro bar at this point, but I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Regardless, you have made your check, and although this lock seems somewhat difficult, you did succeed in the end. You hear that satisfying click as the door unlocks, and you can feel the knob turning under your hand.
Okay, and now I am going to go ahead and trade places with the person with the mirror. So I'll just move my hog over here
Cool.
and turn to being second in line.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That was a complete accident, and you should ignore it.
So So I'm going to gingerly turn the knob and open the door very slightly, just enough so that I can poke my mirror out and look into the room to see if I can see anything.
Ah, interesting. I'm going to do this. Are you watching?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh, jeez.
1.
Oh, jeez. There's, from what I saw, at least 5 skeletons in there.
You also saw that this is a large, domed room with a high ceiling, and there are several iron cages scattered throughout the room. No real rhyme or reason to it. They're literally scattered. You can tell they're old and rusted, and some of these skeletons may or may not have been in the cages. They were just sort of milling around.
So there were at least 5 skeletons in the room, possibly more beyond my sight. So
Well, I have an idea. We have this nice narrow corridor, and
lure them in one by one?
yeah,
Okay.
we should probably go back to the long section.
Okay. You guys go back to the long section.
Okay.
I'll shoot at one to grab their attention, and then I'll run back.
Okay.
As you wish.
Little fun note for those of you out there in YouTube land who have been watching will know that this particular strategy has been tried and has not yet succeeded in this game.
Well, we succeeded last time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Against the
I guess
goblins.
fairly well, yeah. Okay.
No, we had it against skeletons and zombies, and because right after the Minotaur, we lured him into the hallway. I tanked it, and you guys shot yourself in the throat. But other than that, I mean, it went pretty well.
Okay. So, yeah, aside from that, how did you enjoy the play, Mrs. Lincoln? So, you're going to actually open the door and try to take a shot?
I'm going to. I'm going to move to the door.
All right.
I motion Xander to move one step back so that, if any skeletons do come in, we have a clear shot.
I'm going.
Yeah,
This
we
is-
need to actually back up a little bit
Like-
more so that there's room. Yeah, now, and I'll go back one.
Okay. I'm going to wait for the all clear signal. Let me know if you guys are ready.
Ready?
Okay.
I switch arrows, and then I hoot like an owl.
I'm going to I'm going to literally throw open the door as hard as I can to make as loud a sound as I can
All
to
right.
get all their attention. Then I'm going to shoot at the closest one.
All right, so let me see. First thing I'm going to do is pull off the block on the lighting so you can see what you can see. There you go. Your targets are limited to those you actually do have vision on. But if you can see it, you can target it, you can shoot it. When you do so, that's going to start combat. I'm going to start the turn order thing, and we'll take it from there.
All right. I'm going to shoot
All right.
and prepare to run at the same time.
Gotcha. And in fact, give me just a moment here. I'm going to zoom in for the YouTube audience so we can see a little better what's going on. There we go, folks. That looks pretty good to me. Alright, take that shot. Boom. 13 versus it's flat-footed because it doesn't know, or, well, it didn't know you were there. It knows now. Was not a hit. It sort of glanced off of its skull without actually penetrating or anything. But that was Skeleton 14, who slowly creaks around and begins moving towards you, starting combat. So everyone has an INIT button in your token action. If you go ahead and use that, get the players in, then I'll do the skeletons. Yeah, now there's a bug I'd like roll 20 to get rid of.
10.03.
Yeah. And who are we missing? We're missing. There she is.
I'll talk to you after the game. I've not had this pop up. It may be the difference in how I compute my initiatives.
Uh huh.
So I'll talk to you after the game.
Okay.
Oh god.
Alright, give me a second here. That guy was on top of things.
As long as it's not in this circle, I am fine.
Alright, skeleton 15.
Famous last words.
Yes.
As long as they're not in this circle, I'm fine. Ah!
Unfortunately, skeleton 15 is, and he's gonna take a shot at you. And he misses, fortunately. Amarin, it is your turn.
I ready in action to shoot one of my lovely prepared blunt arrows at the first skeleton that appears.
Excellent. Skeleton 12, where is he? Looks like he's got a bow too, so he's going to take a shot. And that is a miss. 14. 14's the guy right up on you, buddy.
Oh, dang.
And he has, it looks like a dagger, which he misses with, and it is your turn.
I'm going to attempt to dodge backwards. So that would be an acrobatics roll.
That's right.
Oops. Wow.
Yeah, you know you made that.
So, dodge backwards. That counts as an action, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I have to stop there.
Alright. Let's see. Things happen that you don't know what they are. Tamsin, your turn.
Okay. What have we got here? I can't really see anything to try and kill it.
Alright, so you can take a
Yeah.
readied action. I like to use the red dot for a readied action. Or there's
Okay.
a green dot if you want to hold your entire turn.
Okay. I am ready in action to shoot my crossbow at the first enemy I see.
You got it. 13. Which one's that? Right here. Right like that. And Xander, who's lagging in the turn order and the game.
Yeah, that seems about right. I'll ready an action to ready my flail for the next skeleton that gets in within 5 feet of melee distance.
Alright, so it's gonna have to get through,
Through me.
yeah. You want
Yeah,
to
that's
move
fine.
forward and ready first?
Nope, that's fine. I'm
Alrighty.
just
New round, skeleton 15 is going to do this. Amarin, I'm assuming you're going to keep readied.
Yep.
Skeleton 12. 14. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, at this point, skeleton 14 is now visible. So let's take it from the top. Xander's too far away. Tamarin, you're going to shoot first?
She's Tamsin. I'm Amarin.
Tamsin and Amarin.
Oh, yeah. Tamarin and Hamson. Alright, I got it. Tamsin, you're northernmost, so we're going to do you
Okay.
first.
Okay. And let's see. Oh. Show us token action.
Apply crossbow directly to face.
Yes. And let's see how my quick little macro works. Mods. There we go.
Well,
Ow.
hitting an AC4
Roll-
is not good.
No, I rolled a
Oh,
natural one.
You did. So in my game, this means you have to hit the CM button and see what happens.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Oh, good grief.
Now that 100 hours is not accurate. That's a remnant of when I put these tables in. I was using a D100 system. So roll a D20 and then subtract your con score from that.
Okay.
Cool. So if your con score is higher than 10, you have just lost it. That is the case, right?
No, my con is 10.
Ah, okay. So you're going to lose it for 1 hour.
Okay.
Let's do a D4. We'll go left, right arm, left, right leg. Left arm.
Two critical misses. Or
That means
two
I can't
critical
use my bow.
That's right.
Lovely. Okay. Well,
On
I
the
have
plus
to-
side, you have one-handed weapons.
Yes, I do.
I mean, you could kind of like balance it with your feet, kind of sit on the ground and pew pew. But
Alrighty. That just means I need to make my dagger macro now. That's fine.
Sorry, that's
It's okay.
a little ironic.
It's fine.
You've used your ready to action, so I took the red dot off you. And Amarin, you're going to take your shot now. Don't get a 1.
Yes. I'll try. The attempt will be real.
Well, you got a 1, but didn't damage, so that's good. The 22 attack is a hit. You're going to do
I will note, however, these are blunt arrows and they deal bludgeoning damage.
Excellent. So they're going to bypass the 5 points of DR, meaning you did 4 points of damage to this skeleton. You can't see its bar at the moment.
she is within
I
30
would-
feet.
I am within 30 feet, so that will be
Another 1.
Plus-
another 1 point of damage.
There you go. Now you can see his bar because I had to move him a little bit. And you're going to take your dot off.
hmm
And,
And I'm going to go into my sheet and reduce an arrow.
Thank you. And let's bring the skeleton around. And he has himself a sword. Looks like a long sword to me, which he's going to swing at Hyan. And miss. Hyan, it's your turn.
I'm going to back up behind Tamsin and pot shot skeleton 14.
All right.
So select attacks.
13 is not a hit. Skeleton 11. You hear the clattering of bones and metal in the background. Tamsin, your turn.
Okay.
Tamsin, you would also know that a sprain can be healed by magical healing.
Yeah, but I'm not wasting my healing on that just yet. I have other weapons.
Okay.
What is Xander using for his main weapon right now?
Flail is what I have. Let me see if I have something that's. No, I don't have anything other than I got a javelin. I mean, I can javelin things, but if you get hit,
Is that a reach weapon?
a javelin, I throw it.
Oh, okay. The problem is that I can only throw things well within 10 feet, and it's 15 feet away. So
it's only
I
a
know.
-2.
Yeah, well.
You can hold your action, I guess, until after I move if you really want, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to hold, and when Xander moves forward, I'm going to step forward 5 feet and throw a dagger at the skeleton.
Excellent. So you're going to use you're holding your whole turn, so go ahead and give you a green dot there.
Okay.
It'll only take a second to get to you, but just to kind of establish that. So
Okay.
skeleton 13 is going to clatter forward there. Now it's Xander's turn. Xander, you're going to lose your red dot.
Yeah, taking that off. Maybe. There we go.
Yep.
And I'm going to laugh as I run forward with my flail and attack him.
All right.
Maniacal laughter.
Ah, I forgot that stupid syntax error. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, no need to calculate. That's a miss.
Yep.
All right, now at this
And-
point, Tamsin's going to come in right behind you. So your turn's over. It's Tamsin's turn. She's going to lose her green dot and go.
Okay. No more green dot. And
What's that 6 for, by the way?
that is how many uses of Inspire I have left.
Ah, excellent.
Okay. And it would help if I could remember to add these as token actions. My dagger thrown.
Hitting an AC of 16.
Did not threaten, sadly. So 2, cut in half or whatever. Plink. Did I do any damage?
I'm sorry. Okay, so you hit an AC of 16.
Yes.
So that is a hit.
Mhm.
2 points of damage minus its DR comes to -3, but you always do a minimum of 1 in my game. So that's what you did. You chipped
Okay.
off a bit of bone.
Okay.
You moved, you attacked, you're done. Skeleton 15 is up. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cannot shoot around hard corners. Amarin, your turn.
I'm going to give him some new space by shattering this guy's face.
Oh,
That rhymes. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So yeah, I'm going to rapid shot the skeleton with a couple of blunt arrows and try to shatter its stupid skull.
All right.
Pew pew, miss.
Yep.
Pew pew.
That's a
That
hit.
is not a miss. So yeah, those are bludgeoning.
All right, so
for-
that actually did 8 points of damage.
9.
And the skeleton drops. And for convenience, I'm just going to move him into the darkness where y'all can't see. But I'll keep track of him.
I smile to myself when nobody is looking.
Let's see who's next. Skeleton 12 is next. Did you want to move or anything, Amarin?
That was a full attack. Rapid
it
shot
was,
is
you're
always
right.
a full
Yep.
attack.
Skeleton 12, let's see. 30. 14 is the one that just died. Ian, your turn.
I will step forward and ready an attack.
Alrighty. 11. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 13. 30. Xander, your turn.
I'll ready my flail for the next enemy that gets within 5 feet of me.
Alrighty.
That's my turn.
Tamsin.
Okay. Clearly, I am not going to be very effective in the combat at the moment, but there are other things I can do. And Tamsin begins to sing. Inspire courage. You all get +1 to hit and attack. That's the important part.
Nice. You singing? You got an instrument with you?
No, I sing.
Okay. What are you singing?
A battle song where the brave paladin Sir Perrin defeated an entire army of skeletons on his own, guarding the town of Half Hill.
Sounds inspiring. Are you going to move?
No, I'm going to stay here and providing a bottleneck for to keep the skeletons away from the archers.
Excellent. The skeleton 15 is going to take its 5-foot step, rendering it vulnerable.
Pew pew.
Pew pew indeed. Xander?
Alright, let's see here. Come on, flail. Don't suck. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that stupid syntax there. Alright, so how do you
Plus
like
one.
that?
Nice. Is that a
Plus
Plus one
crit?
one.
damage.
That is
Uh,
a crit on a heavy flail.
It is.
Roll again to confirm that.
Okay. Well, no, it crits on 19 or 20, right?
Right, you got to confirm it though.
Oh, you do? Okay, unless it's a natural 20, gotcha.
Right. 14 is not a confirm.
Okay.
But you still do damage,
I gotta remember 1d10.
10.
plus your strength bonus.
And plus one for the morale.
Oh yeah, does the 15 hit the skeleton?
Doesn't.
Okay. Alright,
So
I gotta see what
one
my
plus
bonus
one
is.
morale plus whatever your strength bonus is.
Well, for a heavy flail, it's gonna be 6.
Your strength bonus is 6? Or
Well,
is
it
that
gets-
1.5?
Yeah, it's 1.5.
Gotcha. Alright, so 6 plus 1 is 8. And this skeleton is falling apart. You don't know how it's still standing, but it is. Take a red dot off, and it's going to be Hyan's shot.
Alright. Where is it? There it is. Pew.
15 is not a hit.
Dang.
By the way, Hein, do you have precise shot?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I just
Ugh.
realized that. At this point, that is now a 13 because of melee. And you're going to lose your dot, and the skeleton is going to... Let's see. It had a bow, so now all it has is claws.
Remember +1 to attack and damage.
Yep. Not for the skeletons, though.
No, thankfully.
So that's a miss. And Amarin's turn. Oh, I'm sorry. And the skeleton, as it ineffectually stabs at you, is actually going to fall and crumble because it was at 0 hit points. So now it's Amarin's turn.
I laugh
I'm
hard.
going to, pull out another blunt arrow, knock it, pull back, sight along it, and wait for one of them to step into view.
You got it. Skeleton 12. Yeah, they're not smart enough to stop. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, that's as far as he can go. Hyan, it's your turn.
I will step back to, let's see, to here. That's not the melee combat penalty, right?
No, it's when the enemy is in melee with someone else.
Oh, okay.
You're trying not to shoot your friend.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. And I will ready action for a shot on anybody who comes into view.
You got it. That's going to be Skeleton 11, who comes into view now.
Pew pew.
Yeah,
Amarin can go
you're
first.
up first.
Yes, sir.
That is a hit for 6 plus 1 plus 1 is 8.
+5 because it is bludgeoning.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. And the
That's
skeleton,
13.
actually, you probably hit it right in the skull. It's dead.
The skull shatters, and Amarin is very pleased with herself.
Skeleton 13 is here. Oops, no, the skeleton is not a torch. Boom, there we go. Hyan
An
gets-
evil undead torch comes around the corner.
My God, everyone run!
So since quality isn't working, I will go with quantity and rapid shot. So it's -2.
All right.
First one.
Missed. Also missed.
I can't hit anything today.
You don't have quality or quantity at this point.
This skeleton is going to claw. And
Hey, Zan-
miss.
Hey, Xander, do you want us to move back so we can get more skeletons for the archers to play with?
Yeah, I'll keep these busy. You go ahead and start backing up now.
Okay.
And I will attack with my flail.
18 is a hit.
Alright. D10. 7 plus 2 is 9.
Yeah.
And plus a...
6 is 14.
Plus morale.
That was a 2.
yeah.
And it just shatters. You have a move if you want it.
No, I'm good here until Tamron starts backing up because I don't want to leave her to the skeletons.
Shattering them one by one by one.
Alright, Amzin, you're up.
Okay. I will go ahead and move back. And I continue singing. So that lowers it another 1. Okay.
Cool. Skeleton 15. Gonna step forward. Oh, no, that's not the one. Skeleton 15 is dead. Amarin, you're up.
I'm going to put more. Well, actually, no, I'm not. There is no skeleton, so I'm gonna just ready for this lovely last guy to, come and visit us all.
Sounds good. That's Skeleton 12, who does so now.
I open fire. Have at thee. No, that is not going to work.
It
Even
is
with a
not.
14, it is not going to work.
This skeleton is going to claw at Xander. And critically miss. Falling on its ass.
I slap his skull and it kind of spins around and he gets dizzy and falls down.
Hyan, you're up.
Rapid shot. More quantity as opposed to quality.
Whatever works, man.
He is prone now, so
So even more penalties, yay!
Yep. So that's a miss.
Even on a prone target?
Prone targets get a +4 against ranged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
So
but
that's-
Xander will be able to kill him.
An effective -2, which means both of those missed. Skeleton 11, where is he? He is dead. Skeleton 13 is dead. Xander.
So wait, poor Hyan takes like -4 for not having precise shot, -4 for it being prone, -2 for rapid shot. Ugh.
Yeah. You should
Okay.
turn and face the other way and just hope for a critical miss. Let's see. That is a miss. 7
Even with-
plus 2 plus 4 is not enough.
well, I get a 7 to hit too. It's not added in, I don't think.
Oh,
Just
okay. So that's a 14
yeah.
plus 4, 18 plus 1 is 19. So that is a hit.
Alright, so D10 plus 6 is 8 plus the 2 is 10.
And that is a crush. Last skeleton falls to pieces. And we lose the turn order because we do not need this. And I'll go ahead and get rid of that. And we're in official whenever, whatever mode.
First thing I do is go over and sadly start picking up all my arrows.
Yes.
Yep. There is no problem recovering arrows in this case. You get 100% back.
Yay.
They didn't hit anything except
Yeah,
for a
in
wall.
in my case, I mostly hit, so they are destroyed. Because when you hit with ammo, it usually shatters.
Yeah, that'll work.
When you miss, it has a 50% chance of not shattering, I think. But when you hit, it always shatters.
Okay, Tamsin would like to peek at the room beyond to see if there's any more bad nasties in there.
All right. Let me
But
get a
I'll-
stealth roll from you.
No problem.
You stick your head in and pull back out quickly enough. You're pretty sure that nobody in there saw you.
Okay.
And in turn, you didn't see anybody to see you. It looked pretty clear.
Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and move into the next room.
Alrighty. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to do some decorating if I can. We're going to
No
rely on
problem.
Roll20 here. I like that. Let's throw one of these out here. Up there.
And I go ahead and cast Dancing Lights and put... Oh, if I can. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Do. Torch moves up. Do. Come on, Mr. Torch. Put a torch basically in the corner of the room. I love dancing lights.
Haha. Very good.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out one of my lovely new normal daggers, carve up my cloak a little bit, and make a sling for poor Tamsin's useless arm.
Thank you, I think.
Well, it's better than it,
Floppins.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Actually, you don't need to... Once I see you starting to cut your cloak, I point out that I have a sash I can rework for that.
Alright,
No.
Amarin will stop with a nice little hole in her cloak. and help Tamsin, tie it off. Because that's a little difficult to do with one
Yes.
arm.
Yes.
One more thing and I will be done.
Well, that doesn't look good. The hell is that?
You're going to have to forgive the obvious problems with perspective on this. So you come in here and you see this large, high-ceiling, domed room. There are probably more cages than are depicted here, but they are scattered about in various levels of decay and brokenness. Any skeletons that still remain in the room, and there are a few, are non-animated, and they don't look like they are going to be anytime soon. On the southern wall to the east, you see a sarcophagus leaning up against the wall. To the west, by this door, which you probably don't see because I forgot to do that properly. One moment here. There we go. And there we go. Should see the doors
And
right
we
now.
have a new face at the table.
Brando. We do.
We open the sarcophagus and Brando appears.
Yeah. That actually may be a great way to do this.
Well, I'm going to quickly rifle through the skeletons and see if any of them have any possessions worth taking that aren't rusted and horrible and old.
I will
They
do
are
that after
indeed
her.
very old.
Is this thing down here the dancing lights, or is that a creature that I see looking at us or something?
This thing in the bottom left corner
Yeah.
is a statue of a demoness, and she is actually against the west wall here next to the door.
Now,
Really?
I am going to start investigating this corner because I'm fairly sure that there is a secret door along this wall.
That's a
For
reasonable
some
guess.
reason.
Yes, and so I'm going to start investigating that. I leave the dancing lights in the center of the room to illuminate everything for everybody.
Cool. Give me a perception or an appropriate roll.
Let's see, dungeoneering?
Dungeoneering or engineering would also work, yeah.
I will do dungeoneering because that is far better.
In this case, you know there's a secret door. You're just trying to figure out how to open it.
Yes. Scroll down to the appropriate.
Pull on the demon's left horn.
Not too bad, actually. You're very close. It is her left hand. If you reach out and shake the hand, the door will open behind it.
Cool. I immediately do that.
You do so, and let's see.
She doesn't let go.
Demon
She has a
embraces
very
you
strong
and you
grip.
die. The end.
I have a high int. I do not have a high wisdom.
You're smart, but you don't know what's good or bad for you.
What you
Yes.
didn't notice was the hand buzzer.
It's just like a whoopee cushion.
Alright, so, unfortunately, I can't easily open this passageway, but if you all want to do a note, well, I mean, you got the note there, so it is now open.
Okay.
Can I inspect
It is
these
now
cages?
suddenly two-way.
At the moment, it's two-way because it's open, yes.
I am mainly curious to see how long it will stay open on its own.
Ah. It looks like it'll stay open indefinitely. Looks like you probably got to close it by pushing it closed on the other side.
Fantastic. Now we don't have to go the long way around next time.
And Xander, you were examining these cages?
Yeah, can I tell if they were meant to hold humans or animals?
They are clearly meant to hold humans.
Okay. I'll go investigate this sarcophagus.
Okay, but before you do that, I would like you to make a reflex roll, please.
Okay. Alrighty. Perception still saves. Oh, awesome. I'm rolling great. That's a total lie.
Reflex of 9 is not good. Hang on just a moment, please. Where is it?
The demon statue points at me and my head explodes.
Ignore whatever might show up as a result of me testing out my Inspire Courage macro. Perfect!
Aw, that is adorable.
Nice.
Fantastic. You have the most up-to-date power cards, don't you?
Yeah, I just got them the other day, in fact.
Woohoo! Okay. Don't mind me.
Alright, so I see an 11. Is that how much gold something throws at me?
Yes. No.
You drop a
That's not
mountain
good.
on me? What the f-
I'm gonna have to go with just something like this.
A tiny mountain falls off the roof and crushes you.
No, but a big hunk of the ceiling sure does.
Oh gosh.
Ow.
Yeah. And you did not dodge out of the way. Move this.
Alright, so I
You
think this
take
is appropriate.
11 hit points of damage. And are currently pinned underneath a rock.
Alright, let me just go in and take away 11 points of damage.
The skeletons don't damage Xander, but rocks will.
Anything that requires any type of dice roll usually will hurt me.
So everything?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, pretty much, except for enemies. Enemies generally won't, but anything else that requires like maybe a save, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I hear this terrifying crashing noise, as I imagine that there is quite a lot of ruckus.
Could you
As-
describe the ruckus? No, I'm kidding. What was it? It's Breakfast Club reference. Probably before your time. Go ahead. Don't mind me. I amuse myself.
That is good.
So you
Remain
hear-
like that forever. So yeah, I've come running basically to see what the hell is happening.
Mhm.
And I likely see a yelping Xander underneath a rock.
Yeah.
So I'm
I'm a
gonna
little-
come running to try and, get the rock off of him.
Yeah, I'm a little closer, so I get there a little sooner. And we can hopefully get the rocks off him.
Hopefully.
You jump up and down on my rock.
Don't worry, it'll crack eventually.
Hold on, let me use my flail. Miss, hit my head.
All right. So how are you going to try to get him out of there? What are you going to do?
Oh, first, what does it look like? Is it just one big rock that is on top of him?
It
Or-
is. It's one kind of elongated rock. There are a couple other rocks on top of it.
I'll try to
It
get the
looks like
smaller
it's just
rocks
sort of-
off first.
Yeah, just sort of pinning his legs underneath.
Yeah, let's get the smaller rocks off first, quickly.
Oh, Hyan just jumped on top of the rocks.
Oops.
Yeah.
Can I pick a rock up and throw it at him for being a dick?
Yes, you sure can.
Oh, let's see. Is it use? Could it be use a rock?
No, I don't think that those are working at the moment. I'll get those eventually back into the system, but at the moment, none of it's working. So you start pulling off the lighter rocks, and those are easy. You push off some of the heavier rocks that are on top of the big one, and those are a little more difficult. You strain, but you manage to do it. And now you're down to the last one big rock. And it's going to take a certain amount of force for even the three of you to lift it up. And we're going to do something a little weird here. I want you to take your strength stats, 13, 16, whatever it might be, and roll that as a die. So if your strength is 13, roll a d13. I'm going to sum those three up, and if you beat or meet the number I'm looking at, you've lifted it. You have not. This rock is too heavy. You're going to have to figure out a way to apply some more force to it.
Alright, I'm going to... I can't basically get a grip on it. My hands keep slipping. I'm going to open up my backpack, pull out the crowbar, try to wedge it under, and basically press down on the crowbar to try and lift it just enough so that he can crawl out of there.
Yep.
And we can use some of the smaller rocks to give you a lever point.
That sounds good to me. What else?
I will wrap a rope around the end of the rock and then try to pull it so that it lifts off of Xander.
All right.
The rope might be better for giving you a better grip on the rock. Don't know.
So Amarin's going to be pushing on the crowbar. Tamsin's going to add leverage to it. Hyan's going to be lifting by pulling on a rope. All right, so Hyan, give me another strength roll just like the previous. Amarin, I want you to do the same. Tamsin, I want to know how many ranks you have in engineering.
0.
0 ranks. I would like
I
you
can
to,
roll it. I can roll it untrained, but I have no ranks.
I would like you to roll the same strength thing here, but use your intelligence, please.
Oh, yay!
Just barely. You've made the number by 1 point. You've
Yay!
managed to lift the rock just enough for him to get out.
I crawl out. So, I'm going to try to move my guy.
Excellent.
Alright.
And you probably drop the rock back down where it's not hurting anybody, and you're good to go.
I thank everyone, and I guzzle down a potion.
Alright.
By the way, was there anything useful on the skeletons that we were looking through before?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Amarin and I were looking through them.
Cool.
She looked first, so she gets dibs.
No, these skeletons, they themselves and their gear are all rusty and falling apart and not worth anything. You could probably get, a silver a pound for scrap or something, but as far as weapons
Not worth
taking,
carrying.
not
Yeah.
really. However, there is one, like a scattered pile of people's belongings in the corner. Excuse me for one moment here. And, as is tradition in Color Animal Inn, each person may reach into this pile of stuff and pull out one item. So who would like to go first?
Amarin
I'll
can
go
first.
last.
What are the
Fine, I'll-
limitations on the item?
They are randomized. That's all I
Okay.
can
It's
tell
a
you.
completely
Oh.
random item. It could be
Oh,
A
I don't
magical
pick what I
potion?
pull out. I just pull
No.
out something.
Right,
Okay.
it's a lucky grab.
Okay.
Grab bag.
Like, we've gotten masterwork armors and swords and things like that before.
Yeah, it might be a masterwork weapon, it might be a magical potion or a scroll, or it might be a bag of coal.
Okay, I'll go third.
You
I-
never know.
I think Stompa actually got coal once.
He did.
Yep. That's what I'm referencing.
So
I'll
move
go
your
first.
tokens over here. Line up top to bottom. I'll take you in that order.
Did you want me to go first then?
Go for it.
Whoever's at
Alright,
the top over here will be first.
I'll go first, why not?
And Xander said he'll be last.
Cool. Amarin, I would like you to roll me a D. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A D5, please, and tell me the results.
The result is 1.
1. You have found a pouch of, it looks like the accumulated cash of the various prisoners that have come through here. I would like you to roll me a D6D.
60.
60.
60.
60. What's the result?
34.
Cool. I would like you to roll a D100.
28.
28. Alright, let's see. How do you add those together? 34, 50, 62. I'm reading that as 62. Is that correct?
See.
Yep.
You have found 62 gold pieces in a pouch.
Nice.
Alright.
Straight up cash. Not a bad find.
I'll shrug and take it.
Alright, let's see. Who's next? Is Hyan? And a D5 gives you a 3. 3 gives you a D7. What's your number?
5.
You have found a heavy crossbow here.
Interesting.
Looks like it'll use standard crossbow ammo if you have any handy. This one is particularly nicely made in the ancient style. It looks to be a masterwork item and has somehow therefore managed to survive the 1,000 years of being buried.
Do any of you have the appraise skill to be sure on the quality of this?
I do.
Do you want to appraise it?
Yes. Just need to get back to the proper tab. There we are. Make sure I'm selected.
Very nice. You know that this particular item is a very nice item. It's worth about 350 gold pieces, and it looks like with just a little bit of care, you know, a little oil, little scraping off bits of rust and dust and such, it should work just fine.
Cool.
So, masterwork heavy crossbow, 350 gold. No ammo with it. Who's next?
Me.
Tamsin? Tamsin, I need a D5 from you.
Three.
3. Gotcha. D7.
6.
You have found a short sword.
Cool.
It's in a nice little leather sheath. It also appears to be of exceptional quality. If
I
you'd
would like to appraise, please.
Please do.
Come on. Select my token. Oh, it would help if I had the right selector.
This is, in fact, masterwork.
Ooh.
Masterwork short sword worth about 310 gold pieces.
Okay.
Also of the old style. For, you know,
Okay.
roleplay purposes.
I turn to Xander and I inquire, would you like the temporary use of this?
I appreciate the offer, but I stick to my two-handed weapons. Thank you,
There
though.
go. Okay, I will go ahead and tuck this in inventory. Woohoo!
Excellent. Y'all are responsible for keeping track of your own items. Last up is Xander, who needs to give me a D5, please. Four, nice, something different. For a 4, I am going to need a D17.
Alright.
D17.
I got a 3.
You got a 3. As you pull out the last item from this pile of stuff, it collapses and falls to the ground, showing nothing but useless trash. However, you have pulled out a small oil. Looks like a potion, but you know, the type that's clearly marked not to drink. However, oddly enough, it does have a picture of looks like a meal on the front of it. A little plate with some food and a glass of wine.
Oh. Trying to see if I might have anything that would kind of help me kind of figure out what this is. Can I intimidate the potion into telling me what it is?
You can certainly try it. I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
Why don't you let the lovely scholar here have a look?
Well, testing a potion requires you to taste it.
Well, first I'll detect magic on it.
Do you cast that?
Yeah.
It is glowing. It is clearly magical.
Okay, and now I'd like to appraise it.
The intimidate check, the small vial does not respond in any way.
Do I feel better about myself?
That's up to you. I can't really make that decision.
I do feel better.
Not good. Whisper coming. Give me a moment. With the appropriate value.
Well, you will have one meal that you can be very sure it will not poison you ever. It's oil of purified food and drink. It'll neutralize all the poisons in one meal.
Interesting.
Congrats!
I stuffed that in my backpack because I like to eat dire bats, and you never know.
That would work.
And I believe it to be worth about 25 gold.
I thank her for her appraisal skills.
Excellent. There you go, folks.
Okay.
I'm going to search for something. I've got something somewhere that I want to pull out. Remember
Well,
where.
we've got 3 doors out of here.
We have
Well.
every damn door. There are
And a-
so many doors.
And a sarcophagus.
Yeah, hang on a second, because I think. Yes. I'm going to take this sarcophagus off and put this in its place.
The sarcophagus vanishes.
Because if I am correct, you should be able to use your look, etc. Abilities on this sarcophagus and solve. Just use your looks abilities on this sarcophagus, he says.
I did.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Which sarcophagus again? Sorry, I was...
It's
Another-
against the southern wall here.
yeah, I get a bunch of error messages for that.
Alright, I'm sorry. That's not
It's
going to
okay.
work then.
It worked for me.
It worked for me. What'd you get?
This is an Iron Maiden, standing about 8 feet high. This sarcophagus-like chamber's interior is lined with a great many needle-sharp spikes. Scraps of shredded clothing dangle from some of the spikes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I got too.
You do need to select a token before you use
Yeah.
the look. Your own token before you use the look command, and then
Otherwise, it'll give you an error message, and then when you click on the
Oh.
sarcophagus, it'll give you a whole list of error messages.
Oh, now it works. Thank you very much.
Cool. So that should be working. The other actions will also, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I set this up, but everything should have its purpose. And when you all solve the mystery, I will let you know. There doesn't seem to be
Ooh.
anywhere to lockpick this.
I
it's
have no
latched from the
idea what
outside.
pick would do, so I just clicked it.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, play with it. Figure it out. Remember, examine is a more thorough version of look.
Xander.
What?
Xander just slammed the maiden shut.
I didn't know
Okay.
one was in it. That
There
I
I
didn't
thought
see.
maybe he put himself in it.
Yes, I ran it. I was
just
like,
closes the door behind himself. I'll be right back, guys.
I think this is a secret door, guys. Close.
Huh. I go peer at it some more. And I poke at the bent spike and wiggle it.
Nothing happens.
I looked at the wooden door, and I examined it. It said, "This seems to be a perfectly ordinary wooden door."
Yep. Doors are semi-scripted, but not as well. You do notice that the doors, that the thing opens itself up after being closed. It sort of squeaks open again. Looks nice and inviting on the inside there with all those spikes and blood and stuff.
You know, acupuncture.
Yes.
You know, how about we not?
But we're curious people. We like to poke around with dangerous things.
When we open up the sarcophagus, David Copperfield jumps out. Ta-da!
Hey, Xander. Do you think you could move this Iron Maiden, or at least knock it over so we can investigate the wall behind it?
I don't know. How heavy do I think this thing is?
Not only is it heavy, it is actually firmly attached to the wall.
Oh, well
No, I don't think I could.
then. Okay.
I'm
Stompa
gonna use
might have
an
been able
arrow.
to, but not me.
I'm gonna use an arrow and poke the inside of the sarcophagus.
It goes kind of clank, clank, clank.
I yank my arm out just in case it closes.
Nope, it's just standing wide open. Has everybody made a perception check on it?
No,
I use
Or at least examine?
yeah,
I've
I think so.
examined it.
I
got,
haven't.
I got a couple examines here.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in it right now.
Okay.
I'm not sure why they are.
So,
What are we
Amaran
examining?
is a little confused at this sudden interest in the Iron Maiden.
I will take that same arrow and smack the loose spike, and quickly retrieve my hand before it snaps.
The loose spike just sort of wiggles and twirls around. It doesn't seem to be doing anything.
I'm gonna get as close as I can without actually sticking my head into danger.
Okay.
Perception check?
Please.
Yeah, I'll ask Tamsin the hell is up with the, poking and prodding at the Iron Maiden.
Well, Xander said he thought there might be a secret exit, and when I'm given 1, 2, 3, 4 different exits that are obvious and one that isn't, there's probably something very interesting behind the secret entrance. If it is a secret entrance.
Alright.
But honestly, I am ready to continue on, and we need to decide left-hand rule or right-hand rule. We've
Can
sort
I
of been
perceive
doing-
this door in front of me?
Please.
I'll listen to see if I hear anything behind it.
You don't. It sounds like a wooden door.
Can I knock on it?
Sure.
I knock on it.
Nothing happens.
Hmm.
Amaran, what are you doing? You're wandering around back there.
Yep, I grab my crowbar and start going along the wall doing my patented tap technique.
I got you. Just sort of tapping along, listening for a hollow or something.
Hey,
Yep.
Tamsin.
Haven't found anything yet.
Hmm.
If
I hear
you
my
look
name being called.
closely, do you think maybe it's odd that there's no blood on here? Do you think maybe it's possible that we can just stand inside without getting impaled?
Huh.
I mean, it's an Iron Maiden in a room with a bunch of corpses, but there's not a speck of blood on it.
There
Well,
are scraps of cloth, remember.
But there's no blood.
This is true.
I am.
I'm just imagining if this will work, trust me.
Well, here's the problem. Tamsin has the curiosity of a cat. And a wisdom of 10. I am the smallest of us. Xander, do you think you could keep a very good hold on the door so that it and close it very slowly?
I make no promises.
I sigh and, take a look at the Iron Maiden since everyone seems to be so interested in it.
One
Why don't
moment,
we
please.
try,
I need to send a whisper.
We could try tying a rope to it, so
Uh,
it doesn't close all the way.
actually,
even-
putting the crowbar in the way so it doesn't close all the way sounds like a better idea.
Whisper has been sent.
Amarin.
Well,
Please,
that's
Amarin.
lovely.
Ah.
I sort of peer inside it, narrow my eyes, and go, I think there's something connecting the loose spike over there and the rest of the mechanism, but I think it only works when it's closed.
Would a dungeoneering check work on this Iron Maiden?
You could always try.
I don't know. I wouldn't risk it.
So
You learn nothing new.
I'll try just for shits and giggles. If nothing happens, we'll just move on to doors.
well, I'm going to roll my dungeoneering as soon as I can scroll down to it.
Xander learns nothing new.
Alright.
Tamsin learns nothing new.
Okay. 11 or higher, and I do not attempt this stupid task. Stupid thing.
Actually, could I make a quick engineering check? 'Cause this seems like it would be more of an engineering thing than anything.
Oh dear God.
No,
I'm smart enough
pretty
not
much
to
used
do
all
it.
your knowledge at this point.
Okay.
Oh, looks like Tamsin's gonna try.
Yep. I go ahead and I step inside the Iron Maiden and say, close it very slowly. I'll let you know if it's too tight.
When you
Alright.
hear the bloody screams, you pushed a little too far.
Who's going to close it? One person or two people, one on each side? How are we
I'll
gonna do
help.
this?
I think we're gonna leave it to the least strong, which is Hyan, I think.
I have a strength of 12.
And you're-
I'm at 16 and he's at 18 plus, so yeah.
Yeah, you are the
Alright.
weakest link.
I'll close it as gingerly as possible.
Alright, Tamsin, I'd like you to move yourself. Go ahead and into the thing.
Oh God, why do I have to have such curiosity?
And Hyan, you're going to start closing it as carefully as you can. Give me a d20, roll your strength or lower.
Oh, my low rolls finally.
Very slowly, very gingerly. You actually have to put some muscle into it, but you start closing these things. Tamsin, these spikes are getting dangerously close to your face. Do you want to yell and make them stop before the last little bit shuts?
I put I tell him to open up slightly, and then I put the cloak over my face. Pull the hood open over.
Cool. And the last little bit of light disappears as the thing clanks
Well, I've
shut.
got my own stone over my head, so it's well lit in here.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you hear the stone kind of clanking off the sides as it tries to orbit around and keep bumping into spikes. But strangely enough, as the doors come to a final close, none of them are actually touching you.
Okay.
You find you just have barely enough room to move around a little bit.
Okay. Well, I know where that spike is that's loose, and so I wiggle it.
You do. You reach out and it doesn't wiggle. It's not loose anymore.
Huh. I tug it,
You
I
tug
push it.
and twist it and you...
bop
And-
it.
Yeah.
Well, no, bop it, but I do everything I can. I'd like to use my disabled devices to try to figure out how to activate the device.
Well, you have already done so.
Oh.
And you find yourself suddenly being pushed forward. Do you scream out or anything?
I do. There's a very surprised squeak.
All right.
Squeak scream. And what happens? How do I die?
Y'all hear a squeak as the whole thing kind of shakes and shimmers. Then there's a loud clunk and a grinding noise, and the doors open, and Tamsin is gone. Tamsin, I need to look up exactly what you're seeing here.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Before you is a giant skeleton of a minotaur.
Yeah. Tamsin,
Yeah.
roll me a d8, please. What do we get? 5 again. Oh well, so be it.
Eh. Oh shit.
Is anyone surprised that this was a bad idea?
Ah! Well, at least it's not a minotaur skeleton.
There you go. That's what you see. Let me give you a description of the room.
Yeah, Tamsin doesn't much care because as soon as she sees the skeletons, she she starts screaming skeletons at the top of her lungs.
As far as you can tell, there's nobody to hear you. High end, give me a perception roll.
All right.
And I need to know what is directly behind me.
Directly behind you, as far as you can tell, is solid stone wall.
Oh shit.
High end, you do hear Tamsin's cries coming through, apparently from within the Iron Maiden.
Guys, apparently there's skeletons on the other side of the Iron Maiden. We should probably go and help her.
High
Xander,
end, you
you wanna
have
go?
one action. What would you like to do?
What's available to me?
Everything.
I'm gonna hop into the Iron Maiden.
You do so. Are you going to pull it closed behind you?
Yes.
You do so. What else are you going to do?
I'm going to see if I can activate it. Push the spike that was loose earlier.
There's a sudden clank, and you find yourself pushed forward, and you come tumbling out and land on top of Tamsin. Let's see, Amarin, you're next closest. You have one action. What would you like to do?
I curse something about, rashness, stupidity, that sort of thing. And then I do what any neutral good person would do and get in the damn Iron Maiden.
You gonna trigger it?
Yup.
Alright.
She's screaming for help. So, I'm gonna tumble onto the pile of people.
Might as well, right? There's
Yay,
what
I'm
could
no longer
possibly go
alone.
wrong? Xander, you're kind of off in the distance, but you hear some screaming and some running and a lot of clanking, and you see that all your friends are gone. What are you gonna do?
And some very colorful curses.
Yes.
I start singing, I'm so lonely. Oh, so lonely. Can I kick open this door in front of me?
Yes, you can try.
Okay, what would you have me roll for that?
Let me check first. I gotta check my notes. Let's see. 8,
Probably.
A smart man would
1.
see if it was locked first, but I'm a brash man.
All right. Well, if you're gonna attack it, you're pretty much gonna roll an attack. I guess you'd target yourself because I don't think that. Well, the door should take it, I believe. Alternately, you can just make a simple strength roll, which is going to be a d20 plus your strength bonus. That's going to be just to kind of knock it down, or you could turn the knob. Up to you.
Knobs are for weaklings. And I bring up my character sheet just to see what I think it's +4. So, and it is, so I will roll a d20 plus 4.
All right. And you bounce off the door. You do hear it kind of groaning a little bit with the strain, but it holds. And now I'm going to need just a moment to kind of set up. Well, no, the background can wait. Be it known that there are multiple doors in this room with the rest of the party. I'm going to pull up the turn order.
Oh god.
And let's roll them. You too, Xander. And my turn.
I'm just wondering, it says 9.04 in the initiative box, but on turn order it says 5.04.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I rolled a 16 and I got a 6.
Okay, that's weird. I have no answer for why.
Yeah, and I rolled an 18, and for me, it gave me a 20. I don't.
No wonder you keep stealing our numbers. Give them back.
Oh, you didn't clear. Did you clear the turn? The turn order should have been cleared.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was.
It was cleared.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, I've got a 15.3.
Well, I had a 15.0 something.
I guess I'll
Last
modify mine to match.
Yeah, give me just a minute, because if two people do it at the same time, one gets negated.
Okay.
So I'll do it, but I'm getting rid of this other gibberish first. I have no idea why Roll20 did what it did. Hi, and what did you roll?
9.04.
9.04. Tamsin?
15.03.
Xander?
A 14.01.
And Amarin.
1804.
You sound so sad about it.
I'm devastated by the loss.
And the skeletons. Let's see, 16 rolled an 11. You got a 25. What the hell is going on here?
The dice have decided to just go absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, literally. That makes no sense to me at all. I don't know what the heck. Let's see, 26.06.
Good thing we leveled up between last game and this game, otherwise we'd be so screwed right now. More so than we are already.
Alright, I don't know how any of that happened. We may have quite a long downtime in the future between the next Color Animal in game. I can't figure this out. But at the moment, this skeleton here that's just sort of hanging out for no good reason is going to have noticed y'all, and it's going to come forward and sees a nice pile of meat, and it's going to pick one at random to be the target. We're going to go from left to right, with
Of course,
Cayenne being its target.
It can reach me.
It has daggers. And it's going to use one on you. And it's going to miss, fortunately. Skeleton 19 has no daggers, but he is still... I don't know why skeletons attack, but they do.
He's in range of me.
He is. Has he got range of Tamsin? Let's find out.
He's in range of Amarin.
5, 15, 20, 30. He has range. He's going to bite at Tamsin.
Okay.
Or claw at Tamsin, rather. This seems oddly familiar.
It does.
Alright, so it had two claws. It claws at Tamsin. When it does so, its hand bones actually all fall apart, leaving it just a stump. And it kind of looks at it for a minute, looks at Tamsin, looks at its other hand, and smiles. Amarin, it's your turn.
Well, more like it grins. It's a skeleton.
Yes.
That's their default state.
Somehow it grinned even more. You're not sure how.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Magic. Evil bad magic.
Yeah,
So-
a wizard did it.
A wizard did it. So I'm going to pull out my brand new heavy flail and appropriately flail at the skeleton attacking Hyan. I think that one might be more dangerous. Right at this second. Let me just check my bonus real quick.
Okay.
Because this is one of those newfangled ones.
Speaking of that, Riley says he thinks he has a fix deployed. It requires reloading if you're already in game.
Fix for what specifically?
The repeating item silliness.
Interesting. All right, let's see. Let's finish off this combat since we're already here,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's give that a try.
Okay.
Because I don't want to risk having everything crash.
Okay.
So
I flail.
that is clearly a hit.
I flail successfully.
All right. What's your damage?
Flail for 12 points of bludgeoning damage to skeleton number 18.
And it shatters. Skeleton 17 is going to turn. And it's going to go after the bookworm. With a claw. And that's a miss. Tamsin, your turn.
Yeah. Do. Where do I want to be?
Well, if you were my lighter, where would you be? There it is.
Okay. Tamsin, let me grab my hand. Tamsin is going to be using acrobatics to get to this square.
All right.
Do a backflip over the skeletons.
Yes. Because I'm moving through and around threatened squares, my AC is actually 21 at the moment.
This is a feat or something you have?
Yeah, I have dodge and mobility.
Nice.
But first, I have to roll acrobatics, and I get a bonus for this. $28! Woohoo!
Nice. So you can describe that any way you want. It's a beautiful success.
Tamsin is actually trained in dance, and she does an elegant waltz step going between the skeletons here. And then she turns around and faces skeleton 19, and she attempts to skewer him with her rapier. I am flanking. No extra bonuses. I do get my sneak attack. No. Okay, AC 11 in the end.
Well, the good news is that you pierced it directly through where its heart would have been.
Mm-hmm.
The bad news is that heart's been gone for about 1,000 years, so you more or less hit nothing but its clothing.
Okay.
Xander, it's your turn.
Bring it on, door. And I attempt to kick it open again.
All right.
So let's see here. Get this. Maybe. There we go. Dice roller.
Nope, it's still holding.
That's my turn.
Skeleton 20 has an axe. And let's see. I'm going to say he's going to go after Hyan just for proximity. He'll go right there. And take a swing. Hand axe versus Hyan. 21
That's a
hits
hit.
for 3. You got lucky there. Minimum damage. It's still 3 points. Skeleton 16 has a crossbow, which still works for some reason, and is going to shoot randomly at the 3 of you. It does not care if it hits an ally. So, 3. If it misses, it'll have to make an attack against one of his allies. Tamsin's closest. Tamsin is going to be the target. That is a hit by my reading.
Yes.
5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Hyan, your turn.
I am going to use my 2 elven curved blades against skeleton 20. So, first one,
Is a hit. Does minimum 1 damage.
second one,
Is a hit. Did maximum 6 damage. The skeleton
Min and max.
remains. The remains. Skeleton 18. Where's he? He is in the graveyard. Skeleton 19. Lost an arm. Was fighting at Tamsin. Probably enjoyed the dance. He's going to follow her and do 1 claw attack. And a 15 is not a hit. Amarin, your turn.
I am going to attempt to crush the skull of this lovely skeleton that we are in a flank
Beautiful.
against. It's going to be glorious. It was +2 for a flank, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
25, no question. That's a hit. Is that a crit, maybe? Crit on an 18?
No.
No?
No, 19.
19.
19.
Alrighty.
It
Still
crushes
gonna
you
hurt.
for another 12.
And the skeleton finally drops.
As it turns around to claw Tamsin again, Amarin just brings down the flail pin. And then she's going to take a 5 foot here
Alright.
to allow our lovely rogue to flank the other one and then
Thank
turn.
you. Thank you.
Skeleton 17. There's a 50-50 chance. We'll still go left to right, but this time it's kind of bottom to top, which is a little weird, but alright. Tamsin being the 1. Tamsin is its target.
You are the little
Can they
Timmy of
stop?
the group.
they all really like you.
20's a hit for 3 points.
I think you shouting skeleton as soon as you arrived drew all their attention to you.
Yes.
You take 3 there, and it's actually
Yes.
going to attack again.
As soon as it will let. I'm having a problem with clicking on my target.
Second one missed. You've probably got that little square there. Here, let me move your token out of the way. And then we can delete those.
Yes, thank you. There we go. Neg 3.
Yep, and the second one was a miss. And it's your turn.
Yes, I am going to take a 5-foot step over here, and then we're going to attempt to skewer this other skeleton. I am thinking, monster damage, sneak attack.
That is a hit. Possible
Yay.
damage of 8. Plus...
No, that has everything in it.
Okay. The skeleton is at 0 hit points. Xander, it's your turn.
I am going to use my action to run towards the Iron Maiden because this door is blocking me. I'll come back to the door later, though.
Cool. A
But-
double move will put you in the Iron Maiden.
Yep,
but
that'll
no
be all
time
I
to
can do.
anything. Yep. Skeleton 20 is... Oh, yeah, he's still up. And he's going to swing his axe at Hyan. Where is it? There it is. That's a hit for 3, Hyan.
Ow.
Yeah. Now 16. It's the Ranger. We'll go with a nice D3 to keep things even. Hyan is his target. Crossbow. Where's crossbow? Versus Hyan. That is a hit.
For one
Oh,
damage.
no, it's not. Never mind. I'm sorry. Your AC
Oh.
is higher than I thought it was. It missed.
I guess I'm lucky.
Hyan's turn.
I will swing at the skeleton in front of me.
That's a miss.
Other hand.
That's also a miss. Skeleton 19 is dead. Amarin, you're up.
Are you still using the free weapon switching thingy,
I
or?
am indeed.
All right.
It is not an action or a move or anything to use to switch weapons. You just automatically have whatever one you want in your hands.
I am going to take a 5-foot step this way, pull out the bow, and try to pin this guy's skull to the wall with a blunt arrow.
All right.
Finally out of melee! Go away, skeletons!
That is a hit.
Yep, and bludgeoning damage, so
Close to
6.
Yeah.
6 points of damage and 1 blunt arrow less. I'm suddenly thinking I'm going to run out of my blunt arrows. That ends my turn.
Done. 17 is the one that just died. Let me get out of there. Tamsin, what you got?
1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, using acrobatics to try and get actually to this square. Double check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Yeah.
So acrobatics to get there without any damage, well, any attacks.
Zunite.
Okay.
Huh.
Bless you.
It didn't actually roll. Let's try this again.
It's technically possible. I'm going to make a roll here. The API is down. Give me 2 seconds.
Ah, okay.
My red box of death just popped up too.
Yeah, so did mine.
Alright. So this may take more than 2 seconds, but it's in progress.
Mm-hmm.
The red box just popped up for me.
I'm grateful that Honey Badger has put in a on load in the API console so you know when it's working.
Yeah. The macro or the scripts these people have written are really amazing.
Yep.
There
Oh,
we go.
there it was.
And there we go. It lives!
So yeah, I got your acrobatics check at 20. That's definitely
22.
a success. 22,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I end up here, and now I'm going to skewer Skeleton 20. Flanking, no additional, yes. Woohoo! No
Nice.
additional damage, but
So you get to roll the critical hit table.
no, I rolled a natural 19. I didn't get the a hit
Oh,
on.
that's not a natural 20. You're right.
No,
Where's
it's
green? Oh, the honey badger thing. Right, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is not a critical hit table, but
no.
that is definitely a potential critical hit. Looks like your reroll is worked in there. That's not a confirm.
Correct.
Okay. So,
So
11
11.
damage minus its DR for not having any flesh. 6.
Yay!
And it dies the rest of the way.
Yay!
Xander, your turn.
Alright, I am going to Bruce Wayne this shit and close the Iron Maiden and try to activate it.
Alrighty. How do you activate it?
Well, I guess I ought to look.
And nobody tell him. Nobody tell him.
Well, I know how to, but I'm not sure. It says one of the spikes is bent and seems to be loose. So I did examine it.
Yeah, just
But-
tell me. You're not gonna. There's no button for it.
Alright, so I wiggle the loose.
Yeah, it's not loose. It's now got some resistance, but as you wiggle it, it does trigger and drops you out. Amarin, roll a reflex save for me.
I saw that.
Haha! The biggest damage is the one you don't see coming.
No good. Y'all have tumbled into each other and are both going to fall out. Let's see. I'm going to move these skeletons because I want y'all each to end up here and here. And y'all are both prone. So I'm going to give you these. And that was Xander's turn. Skeleton 20 is dead. Skeleton 16 has a bow and a plethora of targets from which to choose.
I made it, guys. Don't worry, I'm here.
Tamsin again.
Yeah,
I-
Tamsin. They got a little focused on you tonight.
I'm grown at Xander.
Welcome
Ooh,
to the
6.
Color Animal Inn.
Yeah. First thing we do is remove your best weapon.
Second best, but yeah.
And then focus
Hey,
fire.
not happy.
And then we shoot you in the head multiple
On
times.
the plus
with arrows.
side, now you'll have to drink a potion and it'll fix your arm.
Well, she doesn't have to. I mean, Hyan, you're up.
I'm. Let's see. How far am I from this guy?
And you just saw Xander knock Amarin right down at your feet.
So since I can charge at him, I will run 30 feet. I'll just move here so that I'm not on top of the skeleton.
I'll just move it.
Okay.
They're just bones. Y'all kick them out of the way as you go.
And then I will swing my 2 swords.
All right. Both of them at the same time. You just moved.
Oh, I can only swing one of them, right?
Right.
Wait, what?
I have
Oops,
no
I'm
idea.
on the wrong page. I hit 1 and I was on the wrong page.
That is a miss. Unfortunately. Amarin, you're prone. What are you going to do?
I stand up as my move action. As a free action, I flip Xander the bird. And as a standard action, I shoot at Skeleton 16 with a blunt arrow.
All right.
Nice.
Woo.
Excellent. That is a 20, so you get to roll the critical hit table as well.
Come to me.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
So
I think
you've
it's gone.
actually rolled.
You rolled a 1, though.
Well,
Yep.
but that's blunt arrow.
That
So-
actually, yeah, works out as a 6. Tripled, and then doubled.
Well, it works out as a 7. I am within range.
Oh, well. Okay, see, that makes a difference because these guys have 8 hit points, and
Yeah. I'm sure that, you know.
I
So,
think this
basically-
skeleton just explodes.
Basically, I'm going to go ahead and be like this. What happens is, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So what happens is she shoots an arrow, it goes into its rib cage, and then just ricochets everywhere like a pinball.
and just popping pieces off them every step.
and it
Yup.
explodes.
Boom. It is an X-skeleton. And that is the end of combat. Let me clear this out.
I'm glad I was here. I know you need.
Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is those of you on YouTube are going to have to give us a while. We're going to take a break. This could be extensive. I wouldn't hold my breath for us to come back tonight, but if it's at all possible, we're going to. We're going to try to take care of some of these problems, and if nothing else, I got to go get rid of some of this Coke I've been drinking. And we'll be back when we can. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, or here in a bit.